guys, welcome to today's video. Today I am doing my April favourites video. I was looking through all of my past videos and I realised I actually haven't done a monthly favourites video for the longest time. Let me just check when my last one I posted was. I honestly think it was years ago. So on my favourites playlist, the last one I have is July 2017, which is completely crazy to me. I can't believe I haven't posted a favourites video for that long. So I thought I would this month get some favourites together and share them with you. Whenever I start making a list of favourites, I always feel like I'm not going to get enough to fill a video. And then like a couple weeks later, I always have so many things that I'm loving. So I actually have quite a bit to share with you today, which I'm really excited about. I think I'll start off with makeup because that's definitely my favourite thing to talk about and my favourite thing to share. So I'm going to talk about some of my favourite makeup products that I've been loving this month. I'm going to start with a new favourite, something I've never spoken about before. I have spoken about the product but not the colour. So this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. I had a bit of a Superdrug spending spree, not huge, just a few things, and this was one of the things that I picked up. So I love this formula, I've loved it for the longest time, and I got the shade Cabo. I feel like that name just doesn't sound right in not an American accent, but it is what it is. And this is just a really pretty peachy pink colour, more peachy than pink, and I just find that it's really wearable, perfect for my skin tone. And I just really love it. I had another shade, I think it was Cairo, which is like a really pale shade. I don't know what that is, but I have it somewhere. And I feel like this is what I wanted that to be because I kind of picked that up. I think might have got it online or not swatched it, but it was really pale. And I did like it, but it was very neutral. Whereas this one is just a bit more peachy, a little bit more colour. And it's just so pretty. I really like it. This formula has a very unique smell, quite strong, but I don't mind it too much. It doesn't linger or anything, and it has this really nice moussey texture. It's matte, but definitely not drying, not like one of those proper liquid lipsticks. It's definitely more of a mousse. I find it so comfortable, so easy to reapply, and I just really love this shade, so I thought I would mention this today. I might as well do all of my lip products together. So this is something I have spoken about before, but it's been quite a long time. I've recently rediscovered these lipsticks. So these are the Urban Decay. I don't remember what they're called. Let me look it up. Okay, so these are the Vice Cream lipsticks. I have them in the shade Naked and Naked 2. Such pretty colours. So these are Urban Decay. This is Naked, which is a bit pinky. Very nice packaging as well, just like this. It's kind of like bullet packaging, metal. This one is a bit battered, but this is Naked 2, and it's more of a nude. So that's that one there. And I love my drugstore lipsticks, like my cheaper high street lipsticks. I use my like collection and Rimmel ones all the time, and I love them so much, and they're so affordable, which makes them amazing. But I definitely find that I reapply them more often. These lipsticks are so long lasting, and they're not even a matte, they're very creamy and so comfortable to wear, but they honestly are so long lasting. I can apply these in the morning. I usually just pop a bit of lip liner underneath over my whole lips just to give it a base, and then I pop this on top. A lot of times I actually mix the two shades together, and I find that it lasts like almost my full work day. I'd say from about 7:30 a.m. to around 3 p.m, and obviously I eat in between that, and I find that they last about that long. I usually find I'm reapplying them towards the end of my work day, so I just think the longevity is amazing. Other lipsticks, I find I reapply them maybe a few hours into my work day, like lunchtime, and then again later on. So these are just so great for longevity and so comfortable. I love these two shades for nudes. I haven't tried any others, but I just really love these. Okay, another makeup favourite. This is from Clinique. I mentioned this in my last video, my eye declutter video. Obviously I mentioned tons of products in that, but I did mention this one because I've been loving it recently. This is from Clinique. It's the High Impact Lash Elevating Mascara. So this is like a sample size. I had a couple of these with my like online order, and as I've mentioned so many times, I have a video all about my lashes, which again I will link. I have very straight lashes that don't hold a curl, and usually I reach for a waterproof mascara, but honestly this one is so good. It really lifts my lashes. I use a lash curler and then I pop this on top, and I don't find that my lashes drop at all. It's quite lengthening and it gives a little bit of volume. It's not anything over the top, and I've just been using this every day for the past few months now. This is a fresh one, but I've already gone through a tube and I've got rid of that one now just because I like to switch out my mascara fairly often, and I really like it. I'm so impressed. I definitely don't find many non-waterproof mascaras that work for my lashes, so I'm just really happy with this one. I don't really buy high-end mascaras too often just because my lashes are so fussy. I'm reluctant to fork out like more money for mascara. I definitely will consider repurchasing this one, like the full size, and using it again because it's actually been really great and I can't say enough good things about it. If you have trouble with your lashes holding a curl, definitely try this one out. And also because it's not waterproof, it's much easier to remove. As wonderful as waterproof mascara is because it doesn't smudge and it holds a curl, it is a little bit more difficult to remove at night time, and this one is so easy. And yeah, just really love this. Definitely wanted to rave about this in today's video. A couple of face products I wanted to mention now. First off, I have this from the Beauty Crop. This is their Sardinia Sand Bronzer. I got this in a Birchbox, or I think it was in a Birchbox, I'm not 100% sure, it might have been a Glossy Box, but this is such a nice bronzer. I've got it on today, if you can kind of just see what it looks like, and I've never heard of this brand, to be honest, and I kind of have a couple of bronzers that I switch between, but I tend to just reach for the same thing. But I actually really like this. It just looks nice on my skin, like the colour works well for me, the pigmentation's good, and if I just swatch it a little bit there, it's quite light and it's not too warm. It's kind of a neutral shade, which works perfect for me. On an everyday basis, I tend to just kind of chuck it on, don't really contour or anything like that, so I just kind of take a big fluffy brush and just blend it kind of around my cheekbone area but then up onto my temples, and I've really been enjoying this one. Yeah, really like it. And then also, I think this is another thing from Birchbox, but this is the Benefit California Blush. I again have this on today. I tried to pack it on a little bit for the camera just so you could see it with the lights and everything. This is a really pretty peachy shade, perfect for spring, and we're going into like warm summer now, so it's just this like coral shade really. A little bit of shimmer through it, but nothing too noticeable once you get it on the skin, and it's just really gorgeous. I think it's definitely something a little bit different. I tend to go for a more pinky shade, but the peach is just nice and bright and perfect for spring, and this has been pretty much my go-to combo all month and I've really been loving it. Okay, that's pretty much it for makeup, but now I'm going to mention a couple of skincare things and one hair care thing as well. So I guess this is kind of the in-between makeup and skincare. I have mentioned this before, but I think I'm going to mention it now again because it's basically empty, so I need to get a new one and it's looking a bit battered. This is from the Body Shop. It's their Coco Calming Face Mist. It's so gorgeous. I love the smell because I love coconut, and it's just a really great setting spray. I think as the weather's been warming up, and just sometimes I feel like recently I've been looking for hydration in my skin, and this is just perfect. They have a few different versions of this mist. I have a mattifying one as well, but this is definitely the one I've been reaching for. It's the one I've gone through and just finished up recently. There's probably a few more sprays in there and I'm holding on to it, but I'm gonna repurchase it for sure. It's just such a hydrating face mist to use once you've finished your makeup. Sometimes I feel like everything's like sitting on my skin, and when I spritz this over the top, everything settles, everything looks a lot more pulled together, and I love the effect it gives. And I don't think it's too expensive as well, so I definitely would recommend the Body Shop face mists, in particular the Coco Calming one. A couple of things I mentioned in my makeup desk tour, which was actually probably a few videos ago, so if you haven't seen that I will link it for you. This is my must-have lip balm. This is the Nuxe Reve de Miel lip balm. I absolutely adore it. I literally could not live without it. Honestly, as soon as I'm getting low, I have to purchase a new one. Luckily, it's not too expensive. And it's just this gorgeous formula. Honestly, there's nothing like it. It's so hydrating, but it's not sticky. It's not really shiny either. I wear this every day. I put it on when I go to sleep. I put it on underneath makeup. I use it in my skincare routine morning and night, and I absolutely love it. Honestly, if you haven't tried this, you have to. It's great. I think it's quite different to other lip balms, so at first it might take a little bit of getting used to, just because it's a different texture, maybe something you're not quite used to, but I can't go back. I've been using it for years and I love it. I've also been reaching for this, like I said. I've been looking for some extra hydration in my skincare recently. I think I do have oily skin, but just I think around this area I've been a bit sick and just stressed, so I feel like I've just been getting a bit of dry skin, and this has really helped. So I put this oil on after I finished with my moisturiser. This is the Dr. Botanicals Morrocan Rose Superfood Facial Oil. It's gorgeous. It smells amazing, for one, which makes you want to use it, but also it feels so nice on the skin. It's just like a really easy oil to apply. I just kind of like drop it onto my face and rub it in. It gives me that extra layer of hydration and also just a little bit of pampering at night time. If I'm going to use this, I'll use it at night time, just after I finish with all my other skincare, and it's working really well and I really, really love it. This is my second bottle, so definitely loving this. Final product I want to share with you, this is a hair care thing. I am an absolute lover of dry shampoo. In my recent empties video, I had like 7 Batiste dry shampoos. But I've also been loving this recently. I've kind of gone back to this every now and again. This is the Bumble BB Pret a powder. So this is just like almost like a talcum powder, but it's not talc, I don't think. It's like a dry shampoo, but it's just a powder. So it says it's equal parts dry shampoo, style extender, and volume in a pinch. This is really good for travelling, one, because it's just tiny compared to dry shampoo. I mean, there's only one winner in terms of size, but also it just works really well. It's literally just a powder. I've had this for a while. Obviously it lasts because you don't need too much of it. So if I just find my hair's getting a little bit greasy in my roots, I just kind of pop this in, massage it in, and I'm good to go. It's really quick. And just something a little bit different, an alternative to like a spray dry shampoo, and perfect for travelling. I took this with me on Easter weekend to go visit my family, and it just worked really great. That's all of my beauty favourites, but I wanted to mention a couple of like random things which I've been loving. I love looking back at my favourites videos. They're all my old ones now, about things that I've been loving, just because it's nice to think back. So I've got 2 random favourites. The first one is the Jonas Brothers. They reunited. I think it might have been last month, so maybe in March, or maybe was it February? I'm not quite sure. Literally, it's just been like the greatest thing ever. I am such a Disney Channel girl, or I definitely was when I was growing up, and actually not so young. I love them. I love the music they've brought out since they've been back, and I'm just really excited for this reunion, and it's honestly made my month. I think Cool is my most played song this month. I literally am just so into pop and everything cheesy. Even at the age of 27, it hasn't gone away. So that's definitely a favourite this month. And the other thing I've been loving this month is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've loved it for ages, but this month especially, they released season 5 on Netflix. I caught up. I'd seen like half of it, but I kind of dropped out, so I caught up on all of that. Season 6 has started now, so I'm watching that as it comes out, but I've also gone back and watched from season 1. So a little bit confusing in terms of timeline, but honestly it's like the funniest show. I love it so much. I have the worst memory. I've literally read books before and forgotten how they end, read them again and cried when a certain character's died, and I've like completely forgotten that even happens. So honestly, worst memory ever. So there's been so many episodes I've watched and I've just completely forgotten, so it's almost like I get to watch them again for the first time, which is a bonus to a bad memory, but it's not great for so many other things. But I just love it. I think Andy Samberg is hilarious. I can never decide to what level he is attractive, if it's just his humour that brings him up, but honestly he is so funny along with the whole cast, and that's definitely been a favourite this month. I've absolutely been loving it. I'm almost finished my complete rewatch. I think I'm in season 4 now, so I'm going to rewatch the rest of season 4 and then probably rewatch all of season 5, even though I watched the second half of it really recently. But I'm just loving it. So those are kind of my 2 random favourites. Let me know what you've been listening to and watching recently. I'd love recommendations. Like I said, everything pop. Also really love country as well. Those are my kind of go-tos at the minute. And then yeah, what you've been watching on Netflix. And maybe I can find a new show for once I'm finished with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because I definitely am going to need it. I've got a few other things, but nothing really to binge watch. So give me your suggestions. I think that's it for my favourites video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really happy that I've filmed this favourites video. It's been 2 years. Oh, I can't believe that. That's absolutely crazy. So hopefully I can make a few more in the coming months. So let me know what you thought of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!